Club, bitches.
You're a donkey.
Yes, donkey today for Thursday, July 29th goes to an Illinois congressman named Sean Casten. Now, while folks is online worried about what Lil Nas X is doing, it's still real issues going on in the world, okay? There is still no federal voting rights legislation, no George Floyd Policing Act. Yesterday, the Senate voted to pass and advance on the bipartisan infrastructure bill, which will start the process of amending and debating the bill. And Democrats aim to pass the legislation along with a separate plan to invest in child care, paid leave, education, and measures to curb climate change. A lot going on that tax-paying American citizens should be paying attention to, because regardless of what you give your time, energy, and attention to, these things will ultimately impact you and your families in the future. Now, Democrats aim to pass the infrastructure bill with a separate plan to invest in measures to curb climate change. Oh, climate change. Climate change is real. Okay, this summer should show you that, all right? This extreme heat we dealing with this summer, the reason your deodorant doesn't seem to be working and you musty by 1 p.m. every day if you're working outside, well, it's well established that climate change is making heat waves hotter. Okay, I've read stories that millions of people around the world could be exposed to dangerous levels of heat stress. Heat stress. That sounds like when people say you got that monkey on your back, okay? That's a dangerous condition which can cause organs to shut down. Scientists are saying that global warming could increase the chances of summer conditions that may be too hot for humans to work in. I mean, listen, the world is divinely designed a certain way. Us humans evolved to live in a particular range of temperatures. If temperatures continue to rise worldwide, at some point, places that are hot, the hottest parts of the world, could start to see conditions that are simply too hot for us humans. And by the way, that's just the basics. I just be reading. You don't even want to know about the permafrost pandemic. Oh, my God. Climate change is melting permafrost soils that have been frozen for thousands of years. And as the soils melt, they're releasing these ancient viruses and bacteria that have been laying dormant, and they just springing back to life. It's like the earth got herpes, and when it's dormant, cool, but when it's an outbreak, watch out! It's not exactly like that, but sort of. Now listen, Sean Casten, I'm glad he brought this issue to the House floor, the issue of climate change, but it's the House floor. So you have people there with a certain level of experience, a certain level of education. You would think that conversations about climate change could be and should be high-level conversations, but Sean Casten must not think as highly of his colleagues' intelligence as we do, because he decided to do a presentation, a song and dance, if you will, with no dancing, about climate change, using Fergie's record, Fergalicious. Yes, you heard that right. He decided to do a little song about climate change using Fergie's record, Fergalicious. Before I play you what he did on the House floor, let me read this tweet verbatim that he sent out. This is from his actual Twitter. He said, I just dropped a new hashtag, Hot Ferk Summer Jam. As climate activist Fergie would say, the Fergalicious definition is to make our planet cooler. Coming home to air conditioning when it's hot, that's Fergalicious. Cleaner, cheaper electricity for every American, hashtag Fergalicious. FERC is an independent agency that regulates the transmission of electricity, natural gas, and oil. Okay, now that we have the context, this is what he did on the House floor. Listen.
I rise to continue our celebration of Hot Ferk Summer. As climate activist Fergie would certainly say, the Fergalicious definition is to make our planet cooler. So listen up, y'all, because this is it. The Federal Energy Regulatory Commission, better known as the F to the E to the R to the C, is one of the most important federal agencies to fight climate change, and if I'm doing this right, one that a few more of you are now keeping track of. Having a well air-conditioned home when it's hot, that's Fergalicious. Getting your electricity from the lowest cost reliable source, Fergalicious. An electric transmission system that keeps everything from electric vehicles to steel mills running with zero carbon electricity, Fergalicious.
Oh my God.
With record-setting heat waves already causing deadly droughts, wildfires, and overwhelmed power grids, we've run out the clock and must transition to a clean energy economy, and we need FERC's help. So today I'm proud to introduce the Right to Timely Rehearings at FERC Act with my friend Mr. Malinowski, a bill to ensure that everyone has access to fair and timely hearings at the Commission. But Congress can't do this alone. Moving at the pace demanded by the climate crisis will take all hands on deck, and a fully staffed FERC is going to be critical to that success.
And when this was over, he held up a picture of Fergie and will.i.am. I'm not making any of this up. It's all in the New York Post if you want to go see for yourself. Like he actually displayed a fake album cover of the song with Fergie and will.i.am listed as artists along with himself. Sean, I just don't understand how you can do anything about making the world cooler by doing the most uncool thing possible. I have to salute Maggie Olson. Dropping the clues bombs for Maggie Olson in Milwaukee. She's a principal at Milwaukee College Prep. I remember going to visit the school years ago and talk to the kids, and the kids were using rap songs to learn. So they would take the hottest rap tunes at the time and turn them into lesson plans. It was dope, but it was also kindergartners to 8th grade. Okay? Who is Sean trying to appeal to? Why do these congressmen need you to do this over Fergalicious beat? Why do they need you tweeting in hashtags? I know you're trying to get them to pass the right to timely re-hearings at FERC, which would ensure that everyone has access to fair and timely hearings at the commission. But why? Were you attempting to go viral, Sean, to bring more attention to climate change and what FERC was doing? If so, great. Congratulations. Mission accomplished. Okay, I never heard of the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission before today, but this is the thing. How are we supposed to take any of these issues seriously when the people who make the laws, who sit in the highest political seats in the country, don't seem to be taking them seriously? Where is the sense of urgency? Okay, nothing about what Sean Casten did makes it seem like climate change is literally something that could kill us all. Maybe we need Lil Nas X to talk about climate change to make people really care about it in a real way. Okay, are any of these issues? I don't know. And I'm at the point where I don't even know if I care. And the only reason I don't know if I care, because if you're talking about climate change over Fergalicious beat, maybe I shouldn't care. I don't know. I'm just ready for Jesus to come back at this point. But I know he's not. Why would he? Well, he'll see us when we get there. In the meantime, he's sending all Representative Casten's emails to his spam folder. We live in a strange world, man. Strange world. Please give Sean Casten the sweet sounds of the Hamiltons.
Oh, now you are the donkey of the day. You are the donkey of the day. Yee-haw.
All right.
This whole thing is a spoof at this point, man. Life is a spoof.
Fergalicious.
It's executive produced by all of the Wayans brothers. Mm-hmm. Aaron Magruder's writing, Neil Brennan. Chappelle's overseeing it. Chappelle's the showrunner. Like this, life is a spoof, bro.
All right. Well, thank you for that donkey today. Mm-hmm. Up next, Ask Ye. 800-585-1051. If you need relationship advice or any type of advice, call her now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Donkey Today is brought to you by the law office of Michael S. Lamonsoff. Don't be a donkey. Dial pound 250 on your cell and say the bull if you've been hurt in a construction accident. That's pound 250 from your cell and say the bull.